Hey guys, it's definitely been a while. This is going to be my reading wrap up for the last 3 months. I have about, I want to say like 25 volumes that I want to talk about. Some of them are series, so it will go a little bit faster than that. But there is a lot to talk about, and it's over 3 months. Um, let's see, last time I did this was in June, so this will be for July. I only read a couple titles, so I didn't want to just make a video just on those. And then reading a lot in August, I really wish that I did actually make the video, so I wouldn't have to, it wouldn't be so long. But I'm going to try to get through these. So if it's a long video, I do apologize. I did only read 3 titles in October, so I guess it kind of evens out. But anyways, I think I'm just going to go in order of when I read them, and then I'm going to at the end kind of show you in order of like all my star ratings, how I was doing it, just because I find it interesting to kind of see both. And then when I go back for my end of the year stat video that I love making of, how many books I read or manga I read and how many like different genres and stuff like that, I'll actually have it like all I don't know that word. Categorized. There we go. Anyways, so yeah, first I went into this completely blind. I saw this on Barnes and Noble shelves, and I just had to pick it up. It's categorized under like a graphic novel, but it's I'm assuming it would be called a manhwa. Not that it matters, but it was let's see. It is about this chick named Kim and her going through, let me just show you. Her going through the South Korean Fifth Republic in the 1983. This is pretty much about her, and she's kind of wanting to get out of her family business, and her dad owns a restaurant that is, I guess at first was doing quite well, and then I don't know if it was like a downfall in the economy or what, but it's not doing so well now, and pretty much just her family works there. Oh, I do believe that her family got screwed by this guy that took their money, and so they're kind of living like in like they're it's just their family now that works there, and they're kind of living in like kind of poor, and they're just trying to keep the business afloat. And she wants to go off to college to better herself, and her family's kind of wanting to keep her more protective because there's a lot going on in the world in that time. I absolutely love reading autobiographies and biographies and stuff that really happened. She goes to school and joins this book club, thinking that it's like not understanding that the significance of literature or film or anything that is being banned by the government. Pretty much anything that goes against the government and what the government is trying to force on the economy. I cannot talk at all. Force on the people, and kind of in a way brainwash them to believe that the government is good. And anyone that opposes that thought, writers or film workers, like films and movies and stuff and art, would be banned, and so you're not allowed to read it. It's like against the law. It's definitely gets more worse than just getting like a fine or going to jail. But so at first, you know, like, she just believes that these people that are doing this thing are just kind of like rebels, and they're just doing it just to be badasses. Then she comes to learn like the actual importance of these, and the actual importance of knowing the truth, and knowing that um, it's not okay to I guess, I mean, if you're in charge, you're allowed to ban stuff. What am I trying to say? The importance of looking outside the box and realizing that other stuff may be going on that's hidden, and it is just a freaking. If you can already tell, I gave it 5 stars. I think this is a very important book to read. It definitely makes. I don't know where anyone that's watching this video is living, but in where I live, in the United States, kind of our freedoms, and how we have freedom of speech, we have freedom to protest, we have freedom to pretty much read whatever we want, to watch whatever we want. Granted, sometimes a lot of stuff is frowned upon, but the consequences of us even breaking the law isn't so brutal and awful as what happens to these protesters that are protesting against the government in Korea. And it's just, this book's really hard. So it's like, it's amazing and perfect, and I highly recommend it, but I don't recommend you reading it because it's a really tough read of just what happens to, you know, these individuals that go against the government and everything. So I won't go much into it. It's just, I really highly recommend this, and I really think it's a fantastic read, and it's, like I said, it's really hard and really emotional. Yeah. So anyways, next, what I read, and yes, I bought this book used, and it was already beat up, but Blade of the Immortal. I finally completed this year, and this was also a very, very hard read. It's kind of hard to rate this because I know I can see why a lot of people would absolutely love this, and I see the importance of the things that triggered me in here, why it moved along the story, and the importance of it to the story, but it just triggered me so much, and I hated it. I did give this, I guess, 3 stars because I still wanted to know what happens. I made it through at least mostly through the 3rd omnibus of this, which it's like 3 in 1, so 7 or 8 volumes of Blade of the Immortal I made it through, and I still want to know like what happens. I'm thinking, I do own the anime, and I'm thinking of watching the anime, but I don't know if I want to do that to myself again. With certain scenes in this, like, I absolutely love Vagabond. I haven't completed Vagabond, but I read I think the first 4 omnibuses, which I think again is 3 in 1. So like, I really like the art in that, and yeah, stuff happens in Vagabond, and it's still triggering, but like, I don't know if it's just because the stuff happens in the beginning, but really quick, pretty much this is a revenge story. Her family was pretty much brutally murdered, and she goes after the killers, and it's really fucked up. And she, like I said, I read this 2 months ago. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. A lot happened. I switched jobs. Okay, guys. Like, a lot happened in the last 2 months. But anyways, so I think, oh no, 3 months, because yeah, I read this in July, the beginning of July. So yeah, so that's my excuse. But anyways, so I guess she hires him, or he volunteers to help, because for him to something redeem his soul, he has to kill so many bad guys or something like that. Something. That was a big plot. I don't know. I don't remember it, so you can judge me if you want. But like, I kind of really want to go on with this and finish it and see what happens. And I said what I think I'm gonna do is just read the like the synopsis of each volume and kind of like see reviews and kind of read what it, and I might skim the end, and because I do really want to see what happens, but like it's just too triggering and I can't get that mental image out of my head of what happened. And I mean, this is beloved by a lot of people. Obviously, it went out of print, and like, you know, it I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying if this sounds interesting to you, don't read it. This just was not for me, and yeah. Anyways, moving on. Okay. So next, I tried to read this Kagiati Shoujo, The Curtain Rises. This is an omnibus by Seven Seas. It is about this girl that really wants to be a part of this, I believe, a school with it, like they perform major plays, but it's an all-girl school, so it's like an honor to play the guy part, like the huge guy parts in these famous plays. And I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I don't love it. I like it. So I only read that much of it. And it was like 2 or 3 months ago. I do want to continue it. I do have the continuing volumes. It's just like, as I was reading this, I started other things that you'll see in a second that I absolutely loved. And I like, let me know if you have this problem. So you're reading something that you enjoy, you want to finish it. You're also reading other things that you absolutely love. So it kind of like, this is just, I like, I'm reading stuff I love, so I want to keep going with that. But then, you do a readathon, and it's a theme readathon, so you can't read those things that you love. So you only read one volume of them. And then you're reading, you know, for the readathon, so you have to read those. And then you jump into another readathon, and then you're reading themes. So readathons kind of like help you read, but at the same time, it's like you can't read what you want. But I mean, you could. Anyways, just a little rant. But next, I read 10 Dance, and this was highly recommended. And I gave this, I guess, I kind of want to give this 4 stars because I liked it a lot more than this. So I can't really give it 3 stars, can I? Or should I just give this 2 stars? For me personally. Because I think I'm giving it an extra star just because I know that it's loved, and that's not fair because I'm the one who's giving it the star. Okay, anyways, not that star. It doesn't matter. It's just for me. Calm down. Calm down. I'm giving this 2 stars. Sorry, guys. This is 3 stars. Okay. Sorry, I just changed my mind on those, so I'm sticking to it this time because I feel like that's accurate for me personally. Anyways, 10 Dance, I gave this first volume 5 stars. I loved this. This was just so entertaining. The story all the way through of them dancing and the competition and just the art is out of this world. It's so gorgeous. It's pretty much these 2 guys right here and their dance partners. Don't have, damn it, I should have bought the second volume. I'm scared to show you guys inside shots because of copyright and stuff, but I really want to show you, not that anyone watches my channel, I want to show you like the partners, but they have 2 partners, they each have a dance partner. Well, there's his dance partner. Okay, this is and then, sorry, I just really want to show you. while they're dancing together. Anyways, so pretty much there's this huge competition, and it's called, I believe, 10 Dance, and both of these are really good dancers. He's more, I guess, famous and more, but they're two different types of dance, and they're really high up, and they're really good at each dance. And so they trade off, and they decide that they're going to help each other for this competition by training each other how to learn each other's type of dance, so they can compete in the competition where you have to know more than one dance. This was so good. It was so entertaining. I cannot wait to read more. Like I said, I got hooked on a different readathon that I'll get to, but I love this. I'm going to start from the beginning and keep reading. Volume 6 is about to come out. I have 1 through 5. I went out and I read Volume 1 and just bought the other ones. This is just so good, you guys. The art is amazing. The story was just so thrilling, and I love the dancing, and I love the competition, and honestly, in this first volume, like, yeah, they're like, they're obviously dancing together, but it's not really, I don't feel, I just feel like they're kind of like playing with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but it was so good. I loved it. Another 5 stars. This is another autobiography. It is this chick right here, and she hires she likes to hire escorts, and she actually lost her virginity by an escort. And when I'm first reading this, it was so melodramatic. Oh god, my feet are asleep. Ow, 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 ow. Anyways, so, oh shit, am I spilling my drink? I'm a mess. Anyways, so this was just so melodramatic, and just like her life. She's just like, oh, my life sucks because this happened. Oh, my life sucks because this happened. And then I compared it to when I was younger, and I'm like, that was me. So even though, like, at first I was like, okay, this is just too dramatic and everything, if you think about it, it's just so relatable, and I absolutely loved it. And she goes to write a lot more, and one's about to come out. There's 3 other volumes out. I think they all continue, but there's like different parts and stuff. But I'm really excited, and my feet are still really asleep. Should never sit like that. That's what happened last video. But I kind of sucked it up the last video because I knew it wasn't going to be so long. But anyways, so yeah, really loved it. 5 stars. Next, I buddy read this with Darth Penn, and I will link his channel down below. And this is Happiness. And sorry, my feet are really asleep, and it's really, really hurting. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. So I read Happiness, the full thing, all 10 volumes. I buddy read this with Darth Penn, and oh my god, what a freaking wild ride. I have not read a manga so fast since I read Flowers of Evil by the same mangaka. It is, wow. This was, I kind of want to give it 5 stars as well, but, it definitely was a page turner, just like Flowers of Evil. I still liked Flowers of Evil better. I guess I'm still going to give this 5 stars because I loved it. It definitely was a little too gruesome for me, personally. There were some scenes that I was like, ugh, like, but it's a horror manga, like it's supposed to be. Supposed to be messed up and supposed to be gross. If this was a movie, I could not watch it. I couldn't. Um, but wow, this was just such a good read. It was definitely quite interesting because in Flowers of Evil and this one as well are the only two books I read by him so far. I'm definitely going to read more, but there was a time jump in both of them. So he definitely likes his time jumps. The only thing is like it's hard not to compare, these two. But anyways, so in Flowers of Evil, I really enjoyed the first part more, and I really enjoyed the second part of Flowers of Evil. But like the first part was just gold, and then the second part I loved, but like it didn't live up to the first part. The first part you just got so invested in the characters, and yeah, they continued in the second part, but it was just like as they were older. This one did it so differently to where it kind of reversed in a way. It kind of like built the second part of the story. The first part of the story, it kind of like introduced the characters, and there was like a star character, this guy turning into a vampire, and like his friends dying around him and stuff like that. And then the second part is about the chick that survived. Um, it's not her. That's a vampire. But anyways, spoiler alert. But anyways, so like one of the chicks that survived, which is not a spoiler alert because many chicks died and some chicks lived. But anyways, um, it if the first part didn't happen, the second part would not have been so impactful. So like the second part I really, really, really enjoyed, and the first part was just I liked. Or it was intriguing and entertaining and page turning, but not as much as the second part. The second part I enjoyed more than the first part, which is really strange for me because I normally don't like time jumps, and I definitely don't like what happens in the time jumps as much as the first part. So I'm so, so it's definitely like a tryst in the two different titles. But I highly recommend this. It's about vampires. Um, I'm blanking on the plot, not in a bad way, but just so much went on that I'm like, in my mind, it's like throwing different things at me all at once, which I think is a good thing. So I don't really, it's like hard to remember like which order stuff happened in. But the second part just stuck with me and the most, and it's great. Okay, I guess I'll give it 5 stars. Next, less Bing, I don't know how to say that, but this right here, it's a 5-volume series, and I buddy read this with my really good friend Jeff. I will link his doesn't have a channel. I'll link his Instagram down below. But yeah, we buddy read this together. This is one of my favorite. This is a manhwa, but one of my favorite artists is Park Sun, and she actually does, I guess it could be a he, but I think it's a she, does a mangaka where she writes the story and does the art, and I absolutely love it. It's called Terra Cafe. But so that's why I picked up this one. This first volume I loved so freaking much. It's like this fantasy, it's dark and twisted, and different creatures die, and it reminds me of Game of Thrones, and it's just, there's witches, and it's just so good, and the art is so good all the way through this. And then as this goes on, it just, I don't know, I really thought this was going to be like one of my new favorites, and I gave the first volume 5 stars, and then it just kind of went down to like a 2 each volume. It just kind of dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped, and then they added so many characters, and I was just so confused, and I just didn't care about any of the characters, and I don't know. Am I disappointed that I read this? No, not at all. I'm glad I read it. I had fun reading it with Jeff. He definitely didn't even really. I don't think he even enjoyed the first volume. So I don't even know if he continued it actually. I don't know how far he got into it because we talked about it and then yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like if you like high fantasy, Game of Thrones, and you find this for cheap, give it a try. I guess overall it would be a 2, even though the first volume is a 5, and then I guess some of them are a 3 and the others are 2, so the average would be a high 2. Like I can't like do the point. I don't know. I mean, I could. I guess just to make it simple, I'll give it a 2. But the art is just fantastic. I don't know. Just the story just didn't. It just didn't do anything for me. Okay, so next I hosted with Marg Reads Manga. I will link her down below as well. We did a what was it called? A one-shot manga readathon where we read one-shots. And the first one I read was La Quarenta Camria, The Fifth Room by Natsume Ono. And she is definitely becoming one of my new favorite mangakas, I do believe. She writes a lot of stuff that happens in Italy. Yeah, Italy. Okay. So, I read one of her works prior and gave it 5 stars. But anyways, this one was also 5 stars. It was just so good. It's pretty much about these 4 gentlemen that get along quite nicely, even though they have so many different like personality traits, and it just is really interesting seeing them interact with other people that come in to their lives. And there's 4, they all live together, and they have a 5th room that they rent out to travelers or for an exchange students, or they rent out that 5th room, and so it's just kind of like their adventures and them meeting new people and seeing new different cultures and styles, and highly recommend it. I tried something else, and I did really enjoy some stories in here. Some of them I didn't hate any stories. Some of them I just didn't enjoy as much. So I think it was just because I kind of tried to read them and her art style is so similar that just kind of clashed, and since these were so short stories, I don't know, I definitely want to go back. Did I finish it? No. So I read that many short stories. I didn't finish it, but I almost. But yeah. Not disappointed I read them. I definitely want to go back and try to read them again and maybe take notes, and I don't know. And then I Tokyo Fashion, a comic book. This was just interesting. There's only like a little section for guys in the back, which I can kind of understand because like what, you know, not a typical, they have to, you know, I wish that there was more guy stuff, but it's pretty much basic. It just tells you that you, like what you need, what you don't need, the different styles. Like though you can have like a plain, you know, like white shirt, and then you can style it with different pants or change the jackets and dress it up, dress it down, stuff like that. It's just something different that I needed in my collection, so that's why I got it, and I enjoyed reading it. Yeah. Next, I read Time Killers, the same mangaka that did Blue Exorcist. I really liked Blue Exorcist. This one was kind of it was fine. Not really my thing, so kind of hard to rate things that are like, you know, that are okay, but it's just not for you. Yeah, it was okay. a lot of short stories, so like I couldn't get invested in the story before it switched to the next one. So I think that was my issue. This one I gave 4 stars. I did not think I was gonna like it so much. It was supernatural, creepy, gothic type shoujo story. It was quite good. Vampires, everything was in this one volume, like obviously one shot, but yeah, I just didn't expect to like this as much as I did. So yeah. Anyways, moving along. So that was everything that I read in August. So now September, I participated in, what's it called? Treat Yourself Manga Club, and I will link all the information down below. She hosts it. She has different mangas every single month, and I can't find one of them for this month, and it's really driving me insane. But hopefully a surprise comes through and I get it. But I got the other 2 reads. But anyways, so we read these 3, and I honestly was kind of like debating whether I should participate or not, because I didn't want to start anything new, and I'm trying to cut back as I did in No-Buy. So I kind of didn't want to start any new series, but I'm really glad I started these because I really enjoyed all of them. So first I read this one, 5 stars, just Skip and Loafer. I honestly thought this was a shoujo. It is a seinen, so who'd have known? But it is about this chick, and she's kind of quirky, and she starts at a new school, and just making new friends. She leaves her hometown and goes and lives with her aunt, I believe. This kind of reminded me of the plot of Daytime Shooting Star, and then it kind of goes into Cares First Love, or like Peach Girl or something, with the friend of me, and I'm really looking forward to the next volume. I cannot wait. It's about to come out, and I didn't want to start a new series, and so thanks a lot, Marge. And yeah, anyways, so next I read this. Apparently there's a lot that is missing out of here, because this takes place right after in the anime, which I will have to get now. I love this. I gave this 5 stars. There's a part in here that was just like so good, and then it gets kind of, not going to spoil it, but the plot gets kind of changed around into a different thing, because the thing that happened before was something different, but then you're like so lost for a second because it like switches, and then your mind's like kind of turning, and I could see where people would get like confused and be like, I need to watch the anime. But in a way, I kind of liked being confused. I can't explain why, but in this just this one, it worked, and the characters that they introduced, I found one of my new favorite characters. Let me see if I can find her. She's so funny. I like love her. She's so silly. Oh, sorry. But yeah, she's right there. I forgot her name, but I love her, and she's great, and she's crazy. But it's like it switches over to the detective, and they're trying to solve a murder, and it's just wild, you guys, wild. So, last thing I read in September, is Great Pretender, and oh my god, this gives me Lupin the Third vibes. I cannot wait to get where they reprinted a whole bunch of like the stories for Lupin. They're putting it in omnibus. It's by 7 Seas as well. But anyways, this gave me vibes, and I cannot wait. But this is the one that I think I gave this 3 stars, 3.5 stars, something like that. I really enjoyed this, but this one might go on the back burner. I might reread it again because I read it like quite fast. But yeah, this one I already bought volume 2 of, and I will show that off in haul. And this one I'm going to buy it as soon as it comes out. I'm just really trying to cut back, so this one I might, I don't know, I need to read it again. But I did enjoy it, so like win. So I was really nervous about this, getting 3 volumes of something that I would not normally pick up. And all successes. So anyways, that is my wrap up. I will try to do channel update time. I will try to do a wrap up every week. If I can't even do monthly wrap ups. But anyways, I'm thinking of, I really want to start reading more, for sure. That was my ultimate goal this year, but that didn't happen. But I feel like if it's weekly, even if I'm just talking about 1 or 2 things, that will go over faster and more smoother. And I definitely want to keep it chill, like this video was, and just kind of just turn on the camera and talk. Like I could have went so much more into those, but most of them I just forgot. But anyways, so yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think of weekly videos. I'm thinking maybe like Friday, or maybe put them out every Sunday, but then try to film them starting Friday, or something like that, to give me like 2 whole days to do it. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna end here. And oh yeah, I just said I was gonna do the stat thing of the stars. Okay, damn pals. Thinking of giving this 4 stars, because I'm like looking at my 5-star pile, and it's just not as good. Okay. Two stars, Blade of the Myrtle, volumes 1 through, let's just say 9. This one, 1 through 5, 2 stars, even though the first volume was so good. Sadly, 2 stars. I may try to read this again, especially when I get more into Blue Exorcist, because I really do like Blue Exorcist. I just couldn't click. So, I guess I don't have any. I guess this could be, no. I don't really have any. I just said I have some 3 stars. I guess these are higher than 3 stars. I guess I don't really have any 3 stars. I don't have any 1 stars. Those are all 2 stars. Guess this could be a 3 star, maybe 4 star. I enjoyed it. 4 star. 4 star. Different stories, different, I still need to finish it. 4 star. Really hard to rate this one. I don't think I could, because, 4 star, really enjoyed it. Like, maybe 3 star, 4 star. Then, I have a lot of 5 stars, so that's really good. 5 star. 5 star. 5 star. 5 star. 5 star. 5 star. So let's see. So I have three mangas that are 2 or below, and then let's see, 1, 2. Oh wait, no, that can't be right. So I guess 3 different titles that are 2 or below, because there's more volumes in there that I gave, and then I guess 6 different titles that are high 3 or 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 titles that were 5 stars. Like, I love these so much. Like, I wouldn't change anything about any of them. Like, I don't know. Like, they're just so good. Like, I cannot wait to keep reading. So anyways, that's my wrap up, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know down in the comments how you do your reading wrap ups. Let me know in the comments what you guys are reading, and let me know if you've read any of these or you want me to talk more about any of them. So yeah, anyways, until next video, it should be a haul, and yeah, I'll see you then.